Hello. Today I want to talk about my vegan journey. So basically, it all started when I was looking for nutritional information, and I've always, since I was doing sport as a teenager, really, been interested in nutrition and dieting and optimal health and nutrition for sport and all that sort of stuff. So I love the science behind it. I've always been very interested in biology, so that's where it all started. And I thought I knew everything about sports nutrition. I thought I knew everything about protein intake and protein shakes and all that sort of stuff. And when I was doing my running a few years ago, I was taking protein shakes and all that sort of stuff. I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I'd learnt the science behind it all. But it was kind of when I was watching documentaries on the internet, and I came across one called Vegucated, and just out of pure interest, I watched it, and that kind of changed everything. It was about these people who are just like normal people, and they try out veganism, and it just shows their journey, and most of them are just like, no, I won't be able to do it. It's stupid. It's not for me. And then when they find out the reasons why, and they meet animals and they try it out, and it just touches them, and it touched me as well. Like it was very moving, and it was mainly even though that's not very relative to what I've seen now, it's not a graphic documentary at all. It does have a section which it shows what happens to the animals, and that was the bit that did it for me, really. I was crying at the screen, and since then I have not been able to get the animals out of my head. Like, I was having dreams about cows, and I get flashbacks even now from it, and I just had the most enormous guilt inside me for every single time I had mindlessly eaten meat, eaten dairy, and not even thought about it. Like, I just felt awful. I felt like I was just a terrible person, and how could I possibly have ever thought that it was okay to do what we were doing for taste, essentially? Because let's face it, we all know that there are vegans, long-term vegans, who are alive. I know a girl who is a vegan, and she has been a vegan since I've known her, and I've known her maybe 3 years now. She is not dead at all. She's a really fast runner. She's faster than me now. And people do it. Vegans exist. Vegans can do it. Like, they don't turn vegan and a week later are all dead. Vegans don't have adequate nutrition to keep them alive and to keep them well as well. Like, they're not ill. Like, so it's like we still know this, but still in our minds we go, nah, but you can't survive without meat though. You need protein though. Like, it doesn't make sense, because if it did make sense, if we would all die from protein deficiency by not eating meat for a week, a month, a day, then how are there vegans? How are there vegans currently living today? How are there vegans who have been vegans for 10 years, for their whole lives? It just doesn't make sense. But after it all just clicked, and I was just like, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. There is nothing worth it. There is no nutritional benefit worth it to kill these animals, and do what we're doing to them. To rip a baby cow away from her mother. It's just disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, and it is not okay. And there's nothing okay about it. And this is everything that was running through my mind. I was thinking, I can't believe I didn't realise what I was doing. How could I? How possibly could I tuck my child into bed at night, give her a kiss, and then go and eat a yogurt or something, and which just encapsulates the whole cycle of tearing a baby away from its mother and murdering them both in this huge cycle of abuse. It's just like, oh, and then turn around and be like, oh, I'm such a loving mother. Really? Like, yeah, you love your child, but how can you, like, you're doing that to another child? Like, I did not even realise what I was doing, and it's just the most disgusting thing. Like, I just can't believe I ever mindlessly ate meat. I can't believe I ever did it, and I just feel appalled at myself and disgusted with myself. And I think that's why I have the huge goal to educate everyone else. Because sometimes I think, like, if everyone knew what they were doing, would they do it? Like, would they actually do it? And sometimes I think because I believe that people are good. Like, I believe that we are all compassionate people, and we all have it inside ourselves to feel that empathy for another being. We all have that, and we all, like, we see animals and we're like, oh, they're cute. Like, we don't want to hurt them. And I just think, like, if everyone did know what they were doing, if, like, really knew, really understood the impact, like the negative impact we were having on these animals, if we really understood it, we wouldn't do it. Everyone would be vegan. So therefore, in my mind, I just think everyone just doesn't get it yet. Like, they just don't understand. They are not educated enough in this area to make their rational kind of decision, because I believe their rational decision would be to help the animals, because I don't believe they're bad people at all. I just think they don't understand yet. They haven't learnt yet, and I just want to educate everyone, because I wish someone had told me, like really told me. I would have listened, and I would have been, oh my goodness, like, and then explained to me that there is this other way of doing it, like fruits and vegetables, and, you know, or like really instilled it into me, like, you can actually live off fruit and vegetables and be really healthy. And then showed me the vegan bodybuilders and the vegan long distance runners and stuff, and, you know, and shown me that side of it. Like, I wish I would have known, so I wouldn't have killed so many animals that I have now. Like, that was the worst thing for me. Sorry, my video's getting a bit long. That was the worst thing for me. It was the animals. That is what made me vegan, is what we were doing to the animals. That was enough. And that was 5 months ago now, coming up to 5 months that I've been vegan. And after watching that documentary, I was so fascinated. All I did for the rest of for the following 5 months was actually research, and I even watched Earthlings. And if you want to know exactly what is going on with your food and clothing and anything animal kind of animal product related, watch Earthlings with caution, because it might make you very upset, but it is the truth. So if you don't want to get mugged off anymore, if you don't want to, you know, have the government doing all these horrible things behind your back, and you want to know and take control of your life, watch Earthlings, and then make up your mind of what's going on. Because I made myself watch that because I wanted to know the truth. I was like, I've spent too much of my life pretending everything was fine, and it was not fine. It was so much worse than I ever could have imagined, because I'm not a sadistic thinker. So I could not have possibly thought up the things that we are doing to the animals. Like, I just hadn't. I thought, of course they don't like it, they die. But you think it's humane, and you think that they minimise the thing, and they have procedures that minimise their suffering. But It's very far from the truth. So that's why I watched Earthlings, because I just didn't want to be in the dark anymore. I wanted to know, and I wanted to take control of my life, and I wanted to have every single bit of information so I could make the informed decision. And yeah, after watching that and everything else I could probably lay my eyes on, so I've watched all YouTube videos on it. I've started following all the vegan things. I signed up to every vegan food group on my Facebook. I just spoke to everyone I could about it, and watched everything I could about it, and I've learned all the environmental impacts, the fact that it's destroying the planet, and it's just like. And there was one line in one of the documentaries I watched, and it said that eating meat was for human evolutionary purposes. You know, we started eating meat because food would have been really scarce, and it's like a backup. So you just eat whatever the hell was there, really, and which I completely understand. But so in order for our species to evolve, we had to eat meat. But now it's the other way around, and our excessive consumption of meat is actually putting our species at danger, because we are destroying the very planet we require to live on. We are polluting the air, we're polluting the streams, we're polluting the soil, and it's just like, it's no longer in our species' interest to eat meat and animal products. So really, the kind of what the government should be doing, what the leaders of the world should be doing, is going, look, right, we need this planet, right? So how about we stop polluting it and we actually go vegan, so the humans can survive a bit longer. That's really in the interest of our species. This is very basic stuff. This isn't even, like the complicated side of running a country or something. Like, this isn't the complicated side of civilization. This is very basic. We need air, we need water, we need a planet that's not on fire. So how, like, because let's all look at Venus. Not doing so well. Bit hot there, bit cloudy, atmosphere's a bit thick, it rains sulfur. So, like, how about we not do that to our planet, yeah? Like, seriously. Like, these are very, very basic human requirements. Can we please stop killing the planet now? And, like, just eat rice instead, for goodness sake? Like, it drives me crazy. And, like, and what's worse is no one knows about it. Like, everyone thinks that it's the cars and the aeroplanes and the trucks and the houses, and that is not what is causing global warming. Like, okay, they are having an impact, but 13%, and animal agriculture, which is unnecessary, because I understand people, like, we still need to kind of, like, we don't need to, but, like, it's quite an important aspect of life to fly around and to use your car and stuff. Not that I have a car, but you can kind of validate those things a little bit more than meat consumption, because we don't require meat to live, and even if meat is the healthiest food for us, the best food source, it's killing us. It's killing our planet. And we need that planet to live off, So, and then, like, as well, I've been learning about all the health all the health kind of problems, I should say, with meat and dairy production, which is just it's just terrible, really. I welcome everyone else, just do your own research on it, but it has been linked to cancer, linked to heart disease, linked to osteoporosis. I can't think of the other ones, but linked to a lot of things which are the biggest killers today, really. And it kind of does correlate, because when you think about it, all the Western world, we're all eating lots of fat and protein, particularly animal protein, and we have the highest rates of cancer and osteoporosis and heart disease, and it just correlates. Like, it all starts making sense. And then China, which is the areas that are eating very high carb, eating like they have meat as a condiment instead of actual like they don't have a steak, you know, the portion size that, you know, like Westerners will have a steak, you know, and then like Kenyans as well, they're eating very lean things. My friend went to Gambia recently. She said like, yeah, basically all high carb. They're all high carb, big portions, high carb, you know, and they're all very, very skinny. She's like, even the adults, like the ladies that like the mature ladies who are not doing the manual labour or anything like that, they're just kind of looking after maybe younger children, or, you know, just sitting around in the huts or whatever, and they were pretty lean, you know, for an elderly woman, like not elderly but like more mature lady. Whereas a Westerner, more mature lady, has got love handles, we got everything, you know, and it correlates. The results correlate. And I need to wrap up this video because it's getting long. But obviously, welcome everyone else. Just do your own research on it, make up your own mind. But basically, for me, the animals, that was the turning point. And then 3 months later, 3 months after I found veganism, I discovered, well, maybe it was like maybe 2 and 3 quarters into my 2 and 3/4 months into my journey, so just under 3 months, I found Freely and Duran Rider's videos, mainly Freely first, and I started watching her videos, watching Duran Rider's videos, discovering all this high carb, and it just started making sense. I did all my own research on it, looked up Dr. Neil Bernard, looked on his interviews, looked up Dr. Douglas Graham, looked up his work, and then made the decision that I was going to give this a go. And yeah, on the 1st of December, I began my Raw Till 4 journey, and so that's how it all happened, really. And I'm a very, very, very strong vegan advocate on this. Like, I just don't think there's any reason for us not to go vegan anymore. You know, it's like, primarily I think, like, the reason I went vegan was for the animals, and then it's just kind of all, there's just so many reasons now to do it, like my health, the planet, the animals. Like, oh, if I could just knock down all the walls of the slaughterhouses, of the factory farms, of the farms in general, and just break the animals free and set them into probably have to go into a sanctuary, because let's face it, we can't have them running just anywhere into our streets and stuff like that, because there would be a very high volume of animals. So obviously, yeah, and just like, I just want to stroke them on the head and be like, look, it's okay, like, you're still safe now, you're safe. That's what I want to do. And it just drives me crazy that even right this second there are animals in pain, and they don't have to be at all, and we're doing it to them for selfish reasons, because we want to eat meat, or because we just don't know, or we just, you know, it needs to change. It needs to change. And that's as well why I want to do a Raw Till 4 journey, because I want to share my experience, whether it be positive or negative, but I want to share my vegan experience, and I want to share my Raw Till 4 experience with everyone, and hopefully I can inspire someone else to at least even look into veganism, because it's a big deal, and it's a huge issue, and it's going on right now. And whatever we're doing to the animals and to the planet, it's just not worth it. We can easily be vegan. There are so many vegan options nowadays. Like, you don't even have to be a healthy vegan. There's still vegan chocolate, vegan biscuits, vegan, you know, fake meats, like vegan pizzas, vegan burgers, vegan sausages. You know, you don't even have to go raw. You don't have to care about your weight. You don't have to care about your health. You just stop eating animals and stop hurting them, because it's so unnecessary now. You don't have to live off rice. You can if you want. I like living off rice. I personally really enjoy my massive bowls of rice. So, and you can just adapt it to you, and it's very, very, very simple. I changed my daughter's diet, and took all the meat and dairy out, and she barely realised. The only thing she realised was her her milk, which she used to have before bed. She hasn't realised that there's no chicken in the meals anymore. She hasn't realised that, you know, well, to be fair, we only really had chicken, and she used to have normal chocolate. And all I've done is change her chocolate to vegan chocolate and take away the chicken and up the carbs. And she hasn't even realised. She doesn't even, and she's 3 and she's very aware. And she hasn't even realised. This video's getting really long. Gonna wrap it up. Gonna talk about my daughter in another video anyway. I'm gonna talk about what my vegan take on the way I'm bringing her up anyway. So yeah, my vegan story. Please leave your vegan story, share your vegan story around, because I actually really love watching everyone's different videos on the vegan story and seeing how everyone else came to it and what's their big reasons for doing so. So yeah, and if you're not a vegan, please just check it out. At least just check it out so you can make an informed decision on what you want to do with your life and, you know, how you want to impact the world. So thank you very much, and bye.